Welcome back to my channel. Again, I'm sorry I didn't post yesterday. I filmed yesterday and then the video never uploaded. It was a kind of more boring video anyways. And then I tried to re-upload it because sometimes re-uploading it helps. And it didn't. So you don't really see the lamp pole. So this is just kind of a video about an update on life for me because I felt like it, And also today I really have been putting off like filming and stuff. Yesterday I filmed 2 videos. I filmed one for this, which never uploaded, and pretty much just I re-uploaded, failed. So pretty much that will not be coming out. And then I filmed one that actually uploaded for my side channel, Lolly Fan for fitness and health. Because I was really laying off yesterday because it's important for me to take some time every once in a while off, not do as much. I will still be filming on these days, but a lot less. And I'm going to go ahead and get you on the charger because I just got a notification saying that you guys are going to die if I don't. There we go. But yeah. So a lot is in my life right now. And it's important for me. Sometimes I don't always think about really just taking some time to myself and stuff. So I wanted to start with kind of an idea about my schedule. I don't like to make any of that schedule. I tried that. Essentially what my schedule is kind of customizable because when I was making another that schedule, it just was not working for me because I created a schedule so I could get all my filming done that week, for all my channels and be good. But that's not what happened, Essentially what happened was that I essentially was starting it, and it was starting to kind of work and really just keep me on top. And yes, it was keeping me on top throughout all of it, but I realized it was just getting so much because there's days when I want to do nothing but film. I just want to film that day. And because filming is fun and it's a big portion of my life now and my social media life is so important to me. So there's days when I just want to film, because I'm like bored and filming distracts me and makes me really happy, posting for you guys and like seeing likes and stuff. Just knowing that you guys actually are watching my stuff. It's like so amazing and so crazy cool. And thank you so much, guys. And a big question that you all probably have, because, well, my niece Bella has had this. I personally don't really know what you guys think, because I kind of got my comments turned off immediately, I literally started YouTube at a bad time, because literally YouTube would go through their phase that they go through. They went through a phase where they were just making sure that everything was safe, and part of that meant some YouTubers got their comments turned off. I did not do this because I love replying to you guys and just seeing all of your nice things that you have to say, But my niece Bella got really lucky, and sometimes, for her, she'll have comments on her video for a short period of time, for maybe an hour, and then she loses comments, and they get turned off, And sometimes she'll get lucky and get a video with comments that will last a long time. So, she got a question one day from someone that is not subscribed, because hopefully they do subscribe to her. But they seem to be a big fan because they keep commenting, nice things and asking if they could be friends. And she essentially, I want you to know, I am friends with all of my fans. I have categories for my friends, okay? I have my really close best friends. That's a category, which is essentially friends of mine that I see a lot, I hang out with. Bella makes in that category. Although we don't see each other that much, we see each other for a month or 2 months throughout the summer, nonstop. We literally for 2 months straight live with each other, kind of. I would say the same as if she was living, except that she's not. She's just down for a little vacation and to see us, and have some fun. But she is my best friend, so she moves in that category. Then we got the category of people that I'm friends with, but I don't really know them that much or that well. I essentially most people in the category, and by most I mean, this is sort of the but I met, that everyone in the category is all from music class pretty much. And then there's the category that all of you guys are in, which is people that have supported me, people that I never met but hope to one day meet, but have supported me a bunch, and that would be all of you guys, because when you like a video or when you subscribe, you're supporting me and helping me grow as a YouTuber and a human, and I'm just so happy, Physically, you can't make me, actually grow, because if you could, I wouldn't be short. But you can help me grow as a person and get new experiences and live life having fun. So yeah, that's really cool. And then I got people that I know but don't really know. Well, no, that's pretty much every category of people that I don't see that often, but I know pretty well. And I do have a few from music class that would be in category. Okay, so I'm going to answer a few questions in this. So now my schedule is kind of just, if there's a day that I want to film, then I'll just get a lot of filming done that day. And if there's a day that I like to call an average day, which means I don't really want to film too much, but I definitely do want to film a little bit, so then I just film averagely. And if there's a day where I don't really want to film that much, then I don't really film that much, Oh, and I'm trying to put at least once a week where there's a day where I have to worry about nothing, maybe a little bit of editing that day, and 2 videos. And then I'm good. And that way I kind of get some free time, kind of like a day off, but not really. So, questions. So question 1 is, are you friends with other boys besides just your crush? The answer to yes. I am friends with a few other boys, okay? I have my crush. These people I met way after my crush. They do go to music class, and that they are really nice, but that is all. They will always just be friends, maybe good friends at one point, but for the most part, nothing past good friends, okay? So the next question kind of ties in with this, which is how many. Okay, I may not be able to give you an exact number, but I can kind of give you something close. Let me see. Well, actually, I can give you an exact number. I feel like I'm missing one. It's so hard because I don't really know these people. Like, I know them pretty well, and I've been around them enough to know. I would say around 2. Because, personally, I know I'm forgetting a few, but it's definitely around 2, so very small amount. So the next question, in total, how many friends overall do you have? I cannot answer this one. I have a lot. Like, if we add up every single friend that I had in my life, a lot of them, I don't even care that, like, a lot of them were from when I was little, and that I generally, like, after, more at 4, and Newport Head Start, which something that I used to do, that kind of like school fact taking. Literally, the only thing we learned was how to write our names. But pretty much what happened. But I generally just grew away from them, and there's none that I actually really cared or like ever went like, wow, I want to see. At one point there was one, which was a boy. That's what I kind of used to be friends. Like, I was gonna put him in the category of maybe good friends, but I have to say it wasn't worth it. And so, story of what happened there. So this person I knew when I was like 4 years old. I met them at like Newport Head Start, and a lot of people, I guess you could kind of consider it a crush. At one point, I really liked this person. I honestly really did. And for most of my life, or up until from age 4 on up to like around age 7, I kind of, what very few people knew about it. I would like say, oh, he's my crush, But then I met my actual crush, and at that point I was going through a phase of realizing, well, I was starting to really grow out of the toddler me, because I stayed in the toddler zone for a long time. Just know I stayed in the toddler zone of just until I was pretty much 7. But usually most people nowadays like grow out of it by age 5, which is essentially what I mean by toddler zone is someone that like doesn't fully speak as well, like people that like just want to play and play and play and don't really understand what a crush is or anything. It's like, that was me. And then I started realizing we had nothing in common and that it wasn't anything. It was like maybe they were a past friend, but it's nothing anymore. So no, in the end, I did not have a crush on this person. It was just me in my brain as a toddler thinking, like, essentially it was a old past friend, like a friend from the past that I'll always remember but not really care. So yeah. So the next question, but I have a lot of friends. So let me think of another question. Because just know every question that's on channel, either I come up with, my niece Bella comes up with, or my dad comes up with, because you guys don't ever comment like questions. Or on my Instagram. So I'm going to show you my star hair clip that I made. I made this really cute lollipop hair clip, but it's really heavy. It's made out of an eraser and a hair full lip. But yeah, it's a giant eraser. Here's the spot that you can put it on your pencil, but it's a little big and heavy. But yeah, I turned it into a hair clip for Star. Literally, I have to put it on top of a ponytail because it's so heavy that literally slides right out. So the next question is, what inspired you to start Star? Well, I kind of answered this in a video yesterday or the other day, but I'm going to really answer it and give you more detail. So we're going to start with what inspired me to start Beans. We're going to start with that and then we'll do Star. Only because you have to know the story before you can really know the one about Star. So for a very, very long time, for a few years now, I have been watching Colleen Ballinger. I've been a big fan of hers, and also JoJo Siwa. And for those who don't know, because this was such an original thing, JoJo did 2 YouTube characters for a very, very, very long time. So, sorry, my eye is watering. So, JoJo did 2 YouTube characters. She did one that was like a boy, and I don't really remember the name of this one. And then she did a more iconic one named Paula. And Paula was essentially like a fangirl. You know, like super fangirl like. And for those who don't know, Colleen Ballinger does Miranda Sings, a YouTube character. So in between that, like when I started my YouTube channel, I was thinking, and I really wanted to do a YouTube character. I wanted to take the spirit of the fun of doing online. JoJo had so much fun doing her 2 YouTube characters, and you could see she was having fun doing it. So I wanted to make a YouTube character that I could have fun doing it. And I wanted something to be inspired by Miranda, but not actually be Miranda Sings, you know, so that's when I started working on my design for Beans. So Beans is essentially got a few things similar to Miranda. Beans is very terrified of germs, like to be safe, you know, wear her mask, you know, like that sort of thing. That's similar to Miranda Sings. But then the things that were so Beans is, I came up with the name because I wanted something so random as the name. Random and weird. And I decided on Beans. Beans was, Miranda Sings for her red lipstick, you know, really big red lipstick. So I wanted Beans to have an element that she could be known for, but not lipstick, because I like lipstick, but I don't like a lot of lipstick. So that's when it hit me, the idea of the dark makeup, like the dark, really weird, terrible makeup. Essentially, eyes is the main part, but kind of just continued past that to like really weird dark makeup. And that was something that was also going to cover my next category. I want something very opposite about me to be in the character, and I'm not a big fan of dark makeup. I don't like it on myself. I like it on other people, on certain people, but for me, dark makeup is not my style. I'm bright, fuchsia, pink, like so many things. And for those who don't know what fuchsia is, it's a mixture of pink and purple. I always called that pinkish purple, but it's essentially called fuchsia, which is a shade of pink. It's like pink with some purple. So being was created, and there's so much. It was just everything that I loved went into beans, and that I wanted something fun and weird, and that you can laugh at, Then we got Star. Star was kind of created to be, so Beans was closer to Miranda, but nothing like Miranda. Well, maybe a few similar things, but they're general things that so many people can have, like the fear of germs, like gross, horrible germs, like general things like that, So Star was more created to be similar, or a mixture of JoJo's YouTube character Paula, and I wanted the style of the outfit to be something similar, but very much different. Paula was always known for bright colors and all the cool hairstyle, just the ponytails and versus is Star. I wanted to kind of have that element of the bright colors, but be different. So Star was originally created because I wanted to do a second YouTube character. I really liked the name Star, so I went with it. And I wanted Star to be a mixture of JoJo's YouTube character Paula and JoJo nowadays. JoJo not as a YouTube character, and what sort of things she did. For Slash, I want to mix it with a big spoonful of me, throw me into that mixture, and something that I really enjoy, something that I could love, and that's kind of how Star was created, or how she was inspired, and that sort of stuff. Sam, good boy. Now we got so this is a more simple one. What gave you the idea for Beans' family and dog? So Beans' family, essentially there's nothing really behind it too much. We're going to start with the names because that's really the only thing. So for Beans, I realized, Beans has to have a mom, a dad, So literally I was filming one day, and literally the name for Beans' mom just came to mind, Ducky. And I just went with it. It was weird, it was different, and I just went with it. That's kind of behind that. And for Beans' dad, and literally again, the name just came to me. Max. No, that was kind of more because I just had the name Max from like the dog from Secret Life of Pets just going through my head. So then I just chose the name Max. I don't even know if that was really why, to be honest. I'm like pretty sure that was, but I don't know. So, see. Okay, I'm leaving. Yeah. Alright, I got my spinner and my dog. Come on. That's it. If I drop it again, you can't go after it. Say hi to the camera. He got him a little haircut yesterday. A nice little shaving. Honestly, it doesn't look like it's much on camera, but that's because it's been a while since he's really been on camera. But it actually is a pretty good difference. Then we got being the dog Squid. That was just something that came to mind, like, again, and I just went with it. Like, literally, I was gonna try to do something else, like something less weird. I think the original name was gonna be like Fishy or something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Fishy. And I blurted out the name Squid, and I just went with it. So yeah. And then we got Beans and Niece sub. Now here's the thing. This, I will text Bella and hopefully she'll make a video talking about it on her channel. Or maybe I can get her to just text a video to me so I can upload it to this channel on what the name sub, like kind of the making of sub. Because on personality, I did come up with the name. She liked it. She stuck with it. But for the most part, I don't really know. She's the one that really did the creating of sub. And she does this sometimes on her YouTube channel and stuff. But yeah. But yeah, so I don't really know. So another question that you probably have is what inspired me for my love of Pac-Man, because I do love Pac-Man. Essentially, I don't really know. To be honest, it was kind of like I literally never played Pac-Man up until one day, and my sister, it was this one day, and basically, it was me, one of my nieces, my sister, and my sister's at the time boyfriend, but now husband, We went to this little pizza shop in like the town that they live in. At the time we were living there too. And well, it was a little place that has pizza, and like it's not really a pizza shop. It has other things, but I always get the pizza because it's good. And so we were in there sitting down, and my sister like turns her head around for a second, and then I had like a bunch of quarters and things, and then pretty much she went like Pac-Man, and I went over and looked and saw that was actually Pac-Man, and then we just started playing it, and I just loved Pac-Man ever since. And I think it was partly because how much my sister loved it taught me to like I give it a go and see if I loved it, and I did. So yeah, that's that. So another question is, sorry, I'm answering a lot of questions because I want to answer some questions so you guys know more about me, So another question that you might have is, why don't you see your crush anymore? This is one that is really, well, and kind of hard to answer. It's not like crazy hard because it wasn't essentially no one's fault. In this, well, it was, but not. It wasn't like my fault, and it wasn't his fault, So, if there's tears in this video because we're getting into the good, juicy question, just, I'm warning you. So, essentially what happened was, I known my crush for almost 7 years. And there kind of comes with a little backstory, but first you can find out fully because it works out best for me if I explain the backstory. Which is that at the time, I had only known my crush for about almost 6 years. It wasn't even 6 years at the time. And so essentially what happened was, this is right after the Valentine's story, because I'm not really explaining that in this one. I'll explain it in another question. And I showed up to music class, and this music class was very, very important to me because I had these high hopes of seeing my crush, and something very sad happened. So I got to music class and said hi to the teacher. She had just showed up, and she went ahead to work with another group that she does for about 15, 20-ish minutes with little kids, very, very little kids. Well, we had got there a little bit. So she was she had just been setting up for that, I was offered to go back, but both this and the time before, which I'll explain in a minute, and I chose not to. Because it was going to be with people that I didn't know, I just didn't want to. Then, what happened was this. So, music class began. Music class hadn't begun. I was just sitting in the waiting room, waiting, and I kept looking outside, to see my crush was showing up. We were again early by a little bit, and then he didn't show up, and then people started showing up, for music class. And I started being oh, my crush is gonna show up, just telling myself that, just so I could say that wasn't all a waste. This day something really sad happened. Well, kind of, but not real. Pretty much. Well, it was sad to me. So, the teacher comes out, and my dad leaned over and said, oh, and then said my crush is here, and is he going to show up? And she was like, I'm not real sure. And then he got back there, and she was you can tell at this point she knew. we never told her that I had a crush. For all she knew that I was thinking of him as a very good friend because of a story that I'll get to in a second. And basically what happened was that so we were walking back, because me and her went to go grab the water and the cups to put in the mini fridge for water breaking, because it was the last thing before we were done setting up. And which wasn't that much setting, it was more just like taking a few things down. And like a swing and stuff. And then what happened was we were walking back and she went like, he's not showing up today. And I started to get like confused, like kind of started to get concerned like what was happening. She went like, he's sick. Like sick. And I went like, then nothing really happened. I was teared down so bad. I did not want this. This was literally one of the last things that I could ever want. And I went through it before, like a long time ago, where he was literally sick for like 2 months. And I'm not joking. Literally, he didn't show up for 2 months. And when he wasn't sick, he had to go for 2 weeks in a row. He was working with a different autism society place because they were gonna it was their grand opening and he had to do some stuff because he was part of it, But then after that, he was cool to come back to music class. And so at that point, I was really sad. Then it leads us to, I got that flame the night before that because the night before that, Bella did something so amazing, so sweet, Which was, so I said something like, I asked if we could go back to music class. And my dad went like, if we go tomorrow, you don't get to go when Bella comes. And I went like, well, I'm going to go talk to Bella, FaceTime her, see her opinion on this, because honestly, I really wanted to go back. It felt important that I went back to tell him that I actually liked him, and my life would be complete. And then, pretty much, so I FaceTimed her and went like, Bella, I got some news for you. I had the opportunity to go to music class. And she went like, oh, that's great, and I went like, but me and you couldn't go. Or I could wait and go with you. And she went like, why are you talking to me about this? And I went like, I was practically crying at this point, saying like, because I really want to go with you, but I really need to go like tomorrow, you were so excited about going and stuff. And then she went like, why are you talking to me about it? And I went like, Bella, can you just make some sense now? Because she wasn't really making sense. She just kept saying, why are you talking to me about this? And I went like, Bella, because you were so excited about it. She went like, if you say you gotta go, go. You gotta go, and you gotta go see him, and make your dream come true. Your biggest dream of all come true. And literally, I went back, told my dad, and he went like, okay. And then pretty much that story. But that story actually ends with, I gave the teacher my phone number to give to him, and literally a few days later, well, no, a little bit later when Bella was down, my phone went missing. Yeah. Because the only reason was because on Valentine's Day, I gave him my mom's phone number. And he had asked if I had a phone number. And this was before I gave him my mom's phone number. And my dad went like, no, even if I had a phone. And was like, no, oh, she's a little young. We haven't decided yet. And like that, because I knew he had one. Like, he had one, like, since I pretty much met him, which was really young, like 5. Like 5 or 6. Yeah, it was like 5 years old. And I was 7. So we went with Bella. And that day was very special. Because it was also our one, essentially, a few, it was like, the day before our 1 year, well, a day before our anniversary, which is crazy because I remember it. And I literally remember it so well. Wait, no. I was wrong. It was 2 days before, because it was the 3rd. And then, and our anniversary was the 5th. And so, July. So I went back with Bella, and we had so much fun. I was looking forward to it so much. I literally wasn't even wearing JoJo. That's how badly I want to just impress her. And pretty much, no. Wait. Okay, let me explain something. We went back a month later after. Or like a month, so the story that I told you was actually 2 months, well, not even 2 months, like about 2 months before. It was like a month, 2 months before Bella came. We went back a month later because Dad wasn't going to do that originally, but he knew how badly I need to see my crush, and then pretty much, so we pretty much get there, and then I'm like, where's my crush? Like kind of confused, kind of similar story. And then she was like, oh yeah, he's still sick, and I was like, it's been 1 month. Oh no, at that point, I was terrified, and I still am terrified, because I just want to see him. Like, I don't care if he's sick or not. I want to see him still. Like, at this point, I just want to see him so bad. I would rather risk, I take the chance of getting corona just to see him once, Although I don't think he had corona. Yeah, I know he doesn't have corona, because at the time corona wasn't a thing. Corona didn't become a thing until this year, and this was last year in 2019. So yeah, and then I pretty much really want to see him, and then but pretty much, so I went and she was like, oh yeah, he's still sick. And at that point, I was in my brain screaming. I was really silent in real life to kind of like a little bit of a look that was kind of weird, but I went like, pull yourself together. And in my brain, I was screaming, no. This is the worst thing on the history of Earth in my life. And yeah, then it leads us to when I went to Bella, with Bella. Me and her went, and we were sitting in the waiting room, and at this point, I was worried to death that he wasn't going to show up. I was worried that he was still sick. I was like panicking inside because I just wanted him to show up so badly. Even if I just wanted to see him so badly. And then the worst thing ever, literally nothing could be worse, happened. Then it eventually got worse. And so pretty much so we were just sitting there in the waiting room, you're waiting, we were very early. And then my old speech therapist comes out and it's like, what are you guys doing here? And we're like, and then it hit her music class, and then she was like, if you're here for music class, aren't you? And my dad went like, yeah. She was like, I think it's canceled. At the time, I genuinely thought she said that was done for good. Like I was, and then turns out she went and asked someone that actually knows about this stuff, because she doesn't know as much, because she, like, she at the time she not so much there for, like, she's there and she works there and stuff. It's just that she only focuses with kids for speech therapy, versus other people who work there are more. So she has one job and that's about it. There. Like, and occasionally a second job of, like, if she sees, like, she can, like, deliver news to people. And, like, if she sees someone that she knows, and she can, like, just tell them something. But, yeah. And then I got, there's gonna be a lot of stories. I might have to make a part 2 to this. Because I just thought of another one. Then, pretty much, she comes back and is like, yeah, they aren't funding it this week. The check that funds it didn't come in yet. So we had to miss a week. And I genuinely thought she meant music class was done for. And it was a rainy day, kind of stormy. So me, Bella, and my dad got up. We went to the gas station next door. We got some snacks for the car, and we left. And then we stopped, so my dad could get some gas in the car and stuff, and he had to, like, do something at a gas station. And in the car, Bella went like, I'm sorry. And I kind of went off on her a little bit. I don't go off easily. And I went like, well, my life sucks. And she went like, you have an amazing life. And I went like, Bella, don't mess with me right now. I just lost the only way of seeing my crush. And that you need to quit messing with me. You are worried about your crush, obviously. Go ahead, live life. Worry about it, because I do that every day about but music class is done for, which means no more seeing my crush, which means my life is done for. I literally said those as that word, plus I added to, or I'm so mad about this. My life is done for, and therefore I have no purpose. And she went like, I literally just said those words to her, and she went like, then like 5 seconds later I went like, Bella, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She wasn't mad. She understood. She understood that with how much I was talking about music, she understood, that she had to be supportive of this. And that was hard. And then pretty much I'm like, Bella, I'm sorry, I'm just going through a bunch of stuff. But my only escape from real life, this and dance, and now I wanted to see my crush so bad, and now I don't know if he's still sick or something. And then I get it. And then my dad gets back in the car, and I'm like, so music class is done. And he was like, no. And he explained that they were not funding this 1 week. Turns out it led to music class being done. So I'm going to make a part 2 to the video because I got so many more questions to answer and so many more stories and stuff. Peace.